If you're watching this, I'm on vacation. And I'll say it bluntly. Last month has been slow. And I mean extremely slow. I'll be explaining what all this is about in a short time. But yeah, I need to get this all in. This is getting repetitive, but hey, I don't care. I need to make sure that you guys know what's going on. I am Mega Man NG, and I welcome you to my monthly update for August 2023. As I mentioned back in the beginning, I'm on vacation, so think of this as an update during vacation. July had a lot of twists and turns, but I hope that August means that I can press onwards. And before I begin, please don't forget that if you enjoy my content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell, so that way you'll know when I'll be uploading. It may be immediate, or it may be when when things get better. But it also helps in terms of audience retention. I need all the support I can get today. I mentioned this last month, but Vegas Pro 17 stopped working on me via error code -45. Yeah, a Trojan. Thankfully, it got quarantined and deleted, so I had to uninstall Pro 17 and had to rely on 14. This was only for a little while until I had a downgrade to Vegas Pro, or rather upgrade to Vegas Pro. It lasted a little while and I was able to get some stuff done. But the moment July began, I immediately spent $100 paying for a legit copy of Vegas Edit. I ordered 19, but I ended up getting 20. I've had no issues since then. Despite the fact that I had one issue thanks to HB Smart meddling in the rendering process, I've been rendering videos no problem. Since I legitimately own Vegas Edit 20, it brings a smile to my face knowing that I can be able to make videos without any issues. But if you're wondering, I may as well tell you since a lot did happen. What you just heard detailed my issue with Vegas. I'm thankful that's over and done with. But now to the main topic at hand. I focused my time on July towards finishing up Tears of the Kingdom. That's over and done with now. Oh, and you guys saw some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It was late, I know, I'm sorry. Life has been very problematic for me. I also finished Mega Man Battle Network 3. It was a long game, but not impossible. And with it, Battle Network Legacy Collection Volume 1 is done. Now I'm all in on Volume 2, starting with Battle Network 4. Thing is, you guys will be seeing it soon. How soon? I'll tell you in a bit. There were a few other things, but other than that, the month was hectic. Really hectic. Not help was that the overall YouTube viewership has been dwindling, and I kind of blame YouTube's ever-changing algorithm that loves to throw creators like us under the bus. I also kind of blame myself for it, because let's face it, my way of thinking hasn't changed all that much. I just wish it can be outright changed to favor creators, not harm us. But then I remember YouTube has thrown us under the bus many times over just to please advertisers and their shareholders. They all can basically screw off. Yeah, that was pretty much my month of July in a nutshell. I was focused on that, along with a few other things. Now, if you want to know what come with August, let me explain before this. I played things way too safe last month, and as such, I paid the price for that. I'm bloody serious. Well, no more. I've said this already, and I may as well say it right now. This is what you guys will be seeing. If you're watching this, then yeah, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is done. It's a fun game, and it's a shame it's not getting much aside from a few commenters. To those who commented and such, thank you. So without further ado, let's get on with what you'll be seeing for the month of August 2023. First up, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. When we last left off, we took down Gorgon and shut down Team Cypher's Shadow Pokemon Factory. Afterwards, I took a long time off to grind up in preparation for the endgame. Not to mention I focused on other playthroughs. This, in turn, I neglected it, and as such, I let whatever fans of this playthrough down. So one day after I finished grinding up, I took on the endgame. This also meant having to get all the remaining Shadow Pokemon. The final battle against Greevil had me resorting to using Shadow Pokemon just to snag all 6 of his Pokemon. I did it in one go, and you will see it all. But then I pretty much stopped 2 parts in because I need to grind up for the Ore Coliseum. The Ore Coliseum, especially the first, is needed in order to complete the Lucky Egg side quest. I still have a few more parts coming, and it'll end once I purify all 83 Shadow Pokemon and take down Greevil a second time. Once that's done, then I'm finished with the game. The only thing I ask is patience, and I will get it done. Remember, I'm only one person who can only do so much. Next up is Final Fantasy II via the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. Since finishing the first game, I started the second. But like with Gale of Darkness, I also neglected it. Until recently when I decided to go back to it and decided to just say, screw it. I grinded up. Used boots to do so because this game is without a doubt not a fun game to play. Sure, the game has improved enough, but the game is not afraid to ramp up the difficulty and wipe you out. Unlike Final Fantasy I, the game did not play around. It wasn't. And if I had to resort to this for the sake of being strong enough, then I will. Thankfully, Final Fantasy II, as of yesterday, has been finished. I will be moving on to Final Fantasy III, but I need to get my backlog done first. I plan to see the whole thing through. Final Fantasy II is considered to be the black sheep for a reason. Even with all the updates, changes, and improvements, I think it's pretty much that. But you know that I have to see it through. I said that already. And I have to get it uploaded. I've already finished the playthrough, so you're going to be seeing it as we go along. Probably when I get back from my vacation. Next up is Dragon Quest II, Luminaries of the Legendary Line. Ever since I completed the first Dragon Quest, I always wanted to move on to the next game. I did so, but some problems happened along the way. For starters, I had to redo the commentary for Part 3, and I also just stopped. It was frustrating. Not help was that since I was doing so many other games, I just didn't have the time to continue it. I should also mention one more thing. Dragon Quest II is one of the hardest RPGs ever released for a reason. Even though I'm playing a re-release, this game doesn't play around. This is forcing me to grind, and not in a fun way. If I needed to get weapons and armor, I have to grind. Yes, it sucks, but it's necessary. I made a promise that I would be doing every single Dragon Quest game and have it all on my channel. The same can be said for Final Fantasy and any other RPG that I want to cover, and there are plenty. You will be seeing a playthrough of this when some others are complete. Please understand that it isn't an easy decision to make. Now, before I explain this, you guys voted for this. I made a poll about it, and you guys voted. It's obvious that out of 167 votes, seriously, only that much, I expected a bit more, but I'll take what I can get. So anyway, I started Battle Network 4, Blue Moon, and it's going quite well. Despite some minor issues, I'm doing pretty well. Not much to say on it, but you guys will be looking forward to it when it drops. I hope you enjoy it because I may try my luck in beating the game 3 times. This, to me, is the one thing that upsets me about this game. If this is Capcom's idea of padding, then it's kind of poor. Very poor, honestly. It really is. So, once some playthroughs are done, you're going to be seeing Battle Network 4. You guys voted for me to do Blue Moon, and I cannot refuse. And I will be doing it 3 times for good measure. So now that I talked about what you guys will look forward to, here's some new stuff that's going to be covered on this channel. One of which was already a surprise, but I'm going to tell you now. The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. I uploaded part 1, but if you guys want to see the rest, you're going to have to wait till I get back on my trip. Or rather, get back from my trip. Because if you're as of right now, I'm on vacation and I need a break. Believe me, I don't want to suffer through burnout. But now comes the other playthrough that's going to be coming. Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the 7 Stars. With the help of a dear friend, I have something that can let me be able to run the SNES Classic. Surprise! I still have it all these years later. And the best part is that Super Mario RPG is in the SNES Classic. Not only that, but with the remake coming in several months, I want to at least make sure I do a playthrough of the original. So here's the thing. After I complete Gale of Darkness, Battle Network 4, Final Fantasy II, and Dragon Quest II, I will be starting up Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the 7 Stars. Of course, if I get it done, you will see it all unfold. To everyone who saw that old video that has gotten quite a boost in viewership because of the announcement of the remake, thank you. It truly means a lot to me, honestly. I promise not to disappoint you when I do this game. This is a big-ass chapter that I had to write up for the sake of commenting. Honestly, like I said, it's something I always want to do, and I have to make sure I have to get this done in advance so I can have it ready. That's kind of a reason for it after all. So yeah, look forward to all these games and then some. The only thing I ask is, well, support. This is the second time I had a vacation, but to be honest, I hardly ever have time for myself. So yeah, if you're watching this monthly update, then it means I'm on vacation. I said this already, but I may as well say it again. For about a week. I need this, and it's why I have to get videos done in advance. If I don't have the time for myself, then I pretty much will enter burnout. And thing is, I've went through burnout before, and it wasn't fun. No creator ever wants to burn out. It would suck if it did. The last time I did do something like that, it did not go well. But the thing is, YouTube doesn't want creators like us to get time off. If we do, then YouTube punishes us. Seriously, I did that back in 2021. I needed time off to recharge my batteries, and all it did was cause my channel to be punished via the algorithm. It's not right, and I wish it can be fixed. I'll be explaining about it in the next chapter, but point is, I need a break. It wasn't the first time, and it probably won't be the last. Besides, I have a backlog of content that I need to bring up to the channel. Also, I have a lot of upcoming plans. How this will go depends on whether or not YouTube will try their damnedest to not screw me over. So when I do get back, I'll explain how my vacation went. Sorry I went off track, but there's kind of a good reason why I did. Okay, this is going to be a broken record by this point, but I don't really care. I need to let this out. You guys know how tiring this is, but this will either be the last time I do this or the fact that it will continue on. I'm going to be honest. I've been making videos on YouTube for almost 17 years. I've seen this website rise and fall and continuously fall. Seriously, it's 2023 and YouTube is just as bad, if not worse than ever. Creators like us continue to struggle in a website that vehemently wants us gone. And it really pisses me off as a creator, especially someone who's been doing it for so long. I'm going to just show you my analytics so you guys can get a very good idea of how bad things are. You think I'm doing this just for attention, right? You think incorrectly. Very incorrectly. The highest my daily view count can reach was around 5-6K, and that was when the Super Mario RPG remake was announced. I'm saying it again. To everyone who saw that and show appreciation for the remake announcement by watching the original video, thank you. It means a lot to me. Back on topic, you're seeing my analytics, so you should at least have a good idea of what I have to endure. It pisses me off that YouTube continues to punish us while trying to promote whatever the hell they want at the expense of people like us. I could be wrong, but everything that I see nowadays is always mired in controversy. And we all know that controversy creates cash. Those are words belonging to Eric Bischoff, and to be fair, he's not wrong. I normally shouldn't be worrying that my channel is continuously going downhill. Someone's going to say something like, why don't you do some editing? Here's the thing, I can't. You guys all know that I'm a laptop person. I mostly use my 2 laptops for basically editing and getting YouTube stuff done. Nothing else. Plus, with some recent issues I'm having, I may plan on having to call up Costco's concierge and tell them to basically have my gaming laptop replaced outright. I still have an insurance that is going to end in a few months. So there's pretty much no excuse. None. Sorry, I went off topic again. So yeah, you can decide for yourself if what I'm saying is of desperation or basically an old-timer yelling at a cloud in the shape of YouTube. I provided my proof, so you can be the judge. A few months ago, back in 2022, I shut down my Patreon. After several years, it wasn't working out. That and my efforts in trying to have a secondary income didn't work out either. But then 2023 dropped and everything, and I do mean everything, went down the drain. My grandma passed away 8 days before I turned 38. And then everything simply changed. I'm serious. It's because of my grandma's passing that everything just flat out went down the crapper. Having to pay for the funeral and cremation really didn't help matters either. I know that because I'm basically repeating whatever happened, but I'll keep it short. It's because of this that I'm going to have to limit my spending. This also means I may need to have a secondary income again. Life is cruel. So yeah, I've said it already, and I will pretty much be making a video about it eventually. Basically, I have a Ko-fi. I will be putting the link for it in the description, but the point is, if you want to support me, there is another avenue to do so. I'm working on the tiers for it, and there will only be 3. Bronze, silver, and gold. Of course, if you don't want to be part of a tier, there is a one-time donation for it. Plus, I have a goal for it. Basically, it's to get a capture board for the new Nintendo 3DS XL by Loopy. At $200 plus shipping, it's something I'm actually willing to invest in. And the sooner I get that, the sooner it's going to expand my horizons in terms of my YouTube content. Because that means I can actually do 3DS and 3DS games again. And since I've gotten a lot from the whole eShop shutting down thing, I have a lot to work with. So if you want to help out, links in the description below. Not mandatory, but it always is appreciative. I didn't have a real talk on my last update, but this time there is. And recently, I've been hearing that a pompous douchebag named Elon Musk deciding to change Twitter into something of his choosing. The thing is, he's had it in the cards for some time. A very long time. Don't take my word for it. There are articles where they talk about it. But if you want the short end of things, here it is. More than 20 years ago, Elon Musk wanted to make PayPal into X, a hub for a plethora of services. Unfortunately, he never got his chance. He was kicked out, and PayPal is what it is today. Elon was a bit bitter that he couldn't do anything about it, and he couldn't because he was away. Now, a few months ago, he bought Twitter from Jack Dorsey, and has dismantled the website little by little. It's pretty much a hellhole. And now he replaced the blue bird with an X, further cementing the fact that he still hasn't let it go. What a butthead. How do I feel about this? I'm pissed. I'm pissed that Elon decides to desecrate a website that a lot of us use every day. It's sad, it's messed up, and honestly, it's going to end up dragging the site and everyone with it. Honestly, he should just stop and work to improve the site, not destroy it. Is it really that hard to ask? But my guess it won't happen. And if anyone asks, I know all about the strike going on with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA. These companies need to stop focusing on AI and actually pay their damn writers and actors. Sheesh. So yeah, overall, sorry for the off-topic thing again. I hate what Elon is doing. And sadly, there isn't anything we can do about it. Yeah, this update took long, very long, but I honestly don't care. I want you guys to know what's going on, and it's obvious some may care, others don't. But point is, I'm at my wit's end. If I wanted to, I could have just reopened my Patreon again, but Ko-fi to me is a bit better. And I implore you, whenever possible, please consider following it and supporting me there. If you guys want me to continue making videos like this and others, I implore you to all check my Ko-fi out. Follow it and support me there. Yes, I repeated it, but what can you do? It's a habit. I promise to do what I can and make sure you all are entertained. To be honest, I try. I really do. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, the like button. It means a lot. If you enjoyed this or any of my content, please be sure to do those 5 things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. It helps. Also, I want to improve our watch time. Yeah, I say this, but I may as well just say it again. I want to improve on it, and it helps by subbing and clicking the bell. Trust me, it really does help. Truly. That's pretty much it. I've said what I need to say. How this goes about depends on, well, everything. This is Mega Man NJ signing off. Peace out. When I return from my vacation, hopefully things will possibly move along.